Hello, this is a run through of a map I made recently for Quake. I'm doing this for kind of Quake players and people who don't play games, friends and family and stuff. So it'll be a bit of a mixed bag in terms of country. This is Quake. It is a 22-year-old first-person shooter computer game. It's a game where you're in first person. You explore a and a gothic fantasy world full of monsters, sort of quite abstract, quite kind of old-fashioned, and you have to kind of defeat various monsters. It's an action game to get through and keep progressing through various distinct maps and areas in the game. It is an old game, but this is another example here. More monsters, more trouble, more places to explore. It's an old game, but it's a game that still has some quite dedicated followers. It's good, simple, fun, and it is actually, along with a game called Doom, the precursor to many kind of action computer games these days, Call of Duty and Battlefield and Fortnite and all that stuff. All kind of owe their kind of legacy to this, and people are still making a lot of custom content for Quake. So once you've played the bought game, people just make additional maps and new monsters and new stuff to do in it for free and share it with the community, which I've been part of for a couple of decades now. Finally decided I used to review people's levels for it and generally provide kind of criticism and encouragement and news and stuff. I stopped doing that, but everyone always joked that I should make some custom maps for it myself, and I finally got around to it. So this is looking inside a map editor called Trench Broom, and this shows a map not in a way you play it, but in a way that you'd actually build it. It's made of kind of building blocks of structure and scenery, plus creatures you place in the world, items. All of this you can move around and edit. Lighting effects you can make. There's noise effects there. So you can mess around with all of this lot. This is a top-down view, and create your own levels, which people do some really amazing stuff. So I'm going to go through the level I made, and this is an idea. This is an idea I had kind of 20 years ago, and I wanted to do a couple of things. I wanted to have like a kind of strong style to certain aspects of it, and I also Quake got criticised at the time as a kind of dark fantasy game where everything was just brown, shades of brown. So I wanted to use some of the blue stuff within it. Now these days, Quake. People have enhanced it in a few particularly effective, subtle ways. They've added a skybox, a kind of background that you can put behind your level to make it look, the setting kind of look more convincing. They've added coloured lighting to kind of just give more aesthetics to the world, and also a little bit of fog as well. And I've tried to use these quite subtly. So this is the first room you start in, and this is like the kind of design theme for it was like these blue pillars with like this lit up kind of gothic sort of glowing stone or crystal inside. And this is something I tried to get going throughout the map, combined with sort of roughly kind of natural terrain. One thing I am pleased about is the way I've got the kind of the background here to harmonise with the kind of the foreground kind of textures and lighting, even though they come from very different eras. So straight away you're going to spawn here and see this entrance. Pick up an armor, and it says explore cautiously, which quite a few people don't really want to do, but I did want to warn people that this is best played kind of like methodically. Open a door now. Straight away there's trouble, there's enemies to kill. I didn't want this to be too aggressive to start, so I put the enemies facing away, and if the player is cautious, they don't rush in, they can check their surroundings and see how to deal with these guys, which I'm going to do now. So I wanted this to be, present a warm-up challenge, but I gave the player plenty of supplies for that. Go through here, it seems obvious this is the way to progress. You can actually see a bit of castle in the background, which is kind of cool, but no way through these spikes. Okay, there's a key there. This will be used to unlock a gold door later on, but there's no really way to kind of squeeze through here. So guess you kind of hit this, see if it's going to break. No, hit these. A lot of stuff in Quake is triggered by hitting it and damaging it. No, okay, right. Could it be like a secret thing? Well, there's not much to explore here. I wanted to give the players a little challenge to find out what to do, but not be excessive. So, well, shooting those doesn't kind of trigger anything. Doesn't seem to be any way through there. Obvious way is maybe go back to where I started. Nothing in here. Okay, so have a look around. Wait a minute. Okay, so I put a little kind of semi-secret entrance here. Had a tiny bit of green lighting on it, different kind of rock face to it, even a little bit of kind of difference on the ground there, same as the stuff you kind of slide in on this cave. So see what happens. Okay, I guess it's a secret passage. Slowly starting to ramp the challenge up a bit. These enemy are pretty easy, so I was kind of wanting to use them in kind of like make packs really. Now we see a weapon up ahead, kind of lit by the sunlight coming through. Pretty tempting, but as soon as we try and go for it, tougher enemy. And more packs, so I'm already taking kind of damage here. Not much, but just kind of warming you into the fighting. Okay, so cool, we've kind of cleared that. Go up. Obvious item to collect. Whoa, okay, trouble, ambush. So, these guys, fiends on the ground, they're pretty tough. If they get you at close quarters, they do quite a bit of damage. But they don't seem to be getting me up here, but that's okay. That's part of my plan with this ambush, is to kind of give the player a bit of a fright, give them a bit of a panic, but not do too much damage. It's kind of keeping them on their toes rather than being too much of an aggressive combat. The guys flying up through the kind of cave or roof there were scrags. Again, just adding a little bit of spice to it. So, you know, you've got to keep weaving around a bit, avoiding damage. Also, I quite like that they could just kind of pop through there. So keep exploring. Caves are a bit gloomy, as I guess they should be. And right, okay, now we see castle here. So we're approaching it from slightly secretive angle. So let's see what we got. Okay, got a lot of fish to kill. They're super easy. Trying to give the player something to do, but not too excessive. So, okay, got more ogres sniping me up there. This ledge up here was pretty much a... okay, I'm out of ammo. So just quickly, there's some ammo here, so I can get that. Oh, trouble. This guy's pretty deadly if he gets close, because he explodes. But I put him kind of facing away in the corner so the players would have time to run away and not get caught by his blast. So this ledge up here, this was kind of just an accident when I was arranging the building blocks of the level to make this cave roof, and it ended up with this ledge above it. And I thought, well, why not put some guys up there sniping you, make this bit, you know, sort of interesting to fight through. Got some knights guarding the castle here. Get rid of them before I pop out. I've also got, I think, down here, let's see, there's a secret item there, a ring of shadows, that makes you invisible for a bit. I'm not going to collect the secrets because I made the level so it's quite playable without them. But again, when I was making this kind of moat, I ended up with quite a tight corner there. I thought put something in, give the players reason to explore that. Okay, so I tried to do one thing on this level. I've also highlighted, you can't get out the water, you can't get out wherever you choose, it's too steep to get out. I've highlighted where you can get out here with a little bit of a different colour. One thing I've kind of done is the monsters, I've kind of put like packs of dogs and ogres who are kind of slightly cruder guys around the kind of edges, and then it's kind of knights and upgraded knights around the actual castle. Try and get a tiny bit of a theme on the go there. So there's knights here in this bit, but this is you know, you've had a little bit of an ambush in there, quite a few monsters to kill. This bit is not so much. This bit is kind of chilled out. You're just kind of exploring these canyons, try to get the gameplay pacing right. So these guys are facing away from you, so they don't immediately ambush you. It's just giving you a little something to shoot, but just having a little bit of respite, a little bit of exploration. And I can see there's exploration on this side of things and also under here. So the moat kind of continues this way at the end. Okay, so there's another item on a pad there, but that pad's got kind of a face on it, which indicates maybe something weird's going to happen. We'll see. Okay, a bit gross. Loads of monsters explode in front of me, and at the same time I'm ambushed behind. These guys, zombies, they can only be exploded to eradicate them. And although I've put quite a few together, they're easy just to swim above and shoot. This was, again, not an ambush to be difficult, just to keep the player kind of, just keep them on the toes, keep a bit of an edge going. So now, okay, so go to the castle, exploring around. I'm pleased with the castle frontispiece. Everything's kind of got this theme of these, you know, the blue lights, sort of glowing blue stuff, plus sunlight from the sky. It's definitely not too brown, so I was pleased with that. Okay, you need a gold key to get into the castle. Well, maybe there's a gold key somewhere. We saw it earlier. Let's go find it. Okay, oh, there's a gold key. Let's see if there's anything else around here. Oh, okay, this is a wee secret I'm going to take, and that is another one of those spawn monsters. Again, if the player got trapped in a small room with them, they'd be pretty deadly, but here the player can run away, and the spawn takes a while to kind of wake up and start attacking. Again, deliberate to be a little bit nervy, but not too difficult. So, okay, gold key sounds like trouble. That's the sound of things spawning and doors opening. So, whoa, okay, monsters. More monsters, right, okay, shit. This is hotting up. Those guys fire homing projectiles, as you can see, it's zigzagging after me. I think I can just take the damage. Okay, there's still plenty of health back here. I made this door open up. Whoa, trouble. You can outrun them and hide from them. Partly to get that ambush on the go and the knights spawning in a little reinforcement squad, but also so the player can now get, if he's left any supplies here, he can get those and help with the battle. So these homing missile lasses are pretty tough. Get them out of the way. Okay, running low on armor, so I can collect that, and then come back out here. Oh, okay. Whoa, what's going on? Okay, so ambush from both sides, but plenty of space to run away. So again, a bit tense, but there's options. Even if you ran past all the monsters and they were still attacking, you could escape back into the cave, which is just down there. There are places to go, but this is one of the earlier, kind of more exciting combats in the map. A lot of people I've seen, they'll run away from these guys, they'll suddenly get caught by the Vor, the girl with the floating spike balls, and it'll all get a bit hectic around here, but things stabilise pretty quickly. So, gold key, I'm not going to go there for now, I'm going to explore down there, explore down here. Okay, dogs, we've got more dogs, a little pack lurking around the edge. More items here. Whoa, more spawn. Trouble. Okay, so this is just to add a little bit of variety here. And also, oh, what's that? Okay. Whoa, that was a secret button with one of those faces on. And it opened a secret door, but it also spawned a load of zombies. That's the secret in there. I'm not going to collect that, I don't need it. So there's a kind of theme here that those faces mean that maybe something untoward is going to happen. So now I can open the castle. More spikes. This is part of the theme I wanted. Crown of Thorns is the name of the map. So now we're in the castle and there's knights everywhere. But you've got plenty of space to move around. You've got these guys trying to shoot you from above, but there's nothing kind of like directly next to you. You can run around. Okay, they're fighting each other. So kind of take advantage of that. You've got places to run around, you've got cover, you've got plenty of supplies here to deal with it. So, okay, so this looks important in the middle. Again, right. Okay, silver key. So look around, there's a silver key. Protect, it's even got a light above it, protected by the spikes. Okay, can't get through there. So look around a bit. Okay, that looks like trouble down there. So, and it's kind of blocked off. You can't shoot through that. Blah. Okay, that looks like a teleporter somewhere. Maybe try and find out what that does. Collect some more items. More trouble. Okay, I wonder what's going to happen there. More items. So I'm trying to like give the player some hints of what might be available as kind of secret areas to explore, and also what might go on later in the map. So got to unlock that somehow. Let's go up here. The inside of the castle is still quite plain and bland on the walls. I was pleased with the overall style of it and some of the lighting and these kind of light details in here and what have you. But it could do with more. Could have done with more work, but I wanted to complete the map and get it out. So again, this bit coming into the castle is kind of another relaxation in the pace. You've got plenty of enemy to shoot, but they're, you can back out the castle. You can take them down one by one. It's quite steady. Some of these guys won't even come down and get you. You have to go up and get them. Right. So let's see. More powerful weapon. That's good. Could be a button. Okay. Right. So this is another combat. All of the combats in this game are designed deliberately. There is scarcely, although people maybe don't credit it, there's scarcely a monster. I didn't put anything in at random. It was all purposeful. These guys, the floating guys, Scrags, I put them in these waves. Wanted to give a bit more of a 3D challenge on the go. But also I put them in because I like the aesthetics of the way they appear in waves. So I did it both sides. Some people don't like that, but I like the sort of increasing waves. So there we go. We've unlocked stuff. So it still looks like there's something to get up there, like a secret item up there. So let's see what happens. So this could be a secret. I mean, if you look closely, the bars are actually slightly corroded and bent. And generally secrets will be marked by something. Some will be just areas tucked around the side. Some will have secret buttons, and they'll usually give a little blood effect. So hang on a sec. Okay, so this light is throbbing gently, and the skulls are a different colour. I was quite pleased finding this texture to use in there. Hit that. Secret area. Okay. I won't collect the item because I don't need it. Actually, no, I'll collect it because this is, again, it's quite a powerful armor, but I wanted it to be interesting for the player. So I spawn a ball there. If it all feels a bit troublesome, you can jump down. And there's balls chasing me, but I can go and hide. Sometimes players will jump in the water and the balls will catch up with them because they move slow, but you can jump down here or you can go and hide in the cave. So people might get caught by one or two balls, but it should be okay. So we got the armor, we got the silver key unlocked. Okay, so this generally looks like something might happen, maybe another ambush, but whoa. Okay, so now there's trouble. There's Thors, there's balls, there's zombies. Although thankfully the balls do explode the zombies, so we can use that to our effect. So this is all suddenly a bit more hectic, but I made sure the player definitely had, there's even a spawn down here, but that's right, he's attacking zombies. We'll leave him be for the moment. I made sure the player had a powerful yellow armor at the very least before coming down, and this powerful super nail gun, so and some grenades as well to make sure they could kill the zombies and the Thors, the ball shooters, easily. So it's all meant to be kind of dramatic and a bit more hardcore, but still survivable, and plenty of health packs down here. So let's just get... Okay, got rid of that dude. So I tried to make the basement a bit grottier, a bit grimier. So the upper castle is still firing at me. So the upper castle is a little bit more elegant with the kind of blue insets and stuff. Down here it's a bit kind of duller lighting, redder lighting. and you kind of gone down and things have exploded around you. So it all seems a bit troublesome, a bit dramatic. Here's another button. So press that. Lift fully operational. So I guess what we came down was a lift. Didn't seem like it at the time, but this seems to be some way up. This area again is a bit bland, but I'm kind of pleased with some aspects. The kind of the glowing light I got here, and kind of crucified zombies, but on like this kind of weirdly humming technological thing, which gives an indication. It kind of means that something is kind of some weird techno-gothic blend of magic and technology, which kind of fits with the kind of general Quake weirdness. Now, while I'm down here, this lift seems activated. So, well, there's another button, but if I step off it, oh, it goes up. Aha, now that looks out of place. So, okay, secret area. This one, it doesn't actually quite trigger any zombies, but there's enough zombies down here to keep the theme going. So there's a secret. Press that, wait for the lift to come back down, press up again. So okay, reinforcements have arrived. So these guys, ogres, they fire grenades. Pretty useful on ledges above you because they can rain grenades down and make it a little challenge for the player. Again, you kind of, you've got, should have lots of supplies at this point. There's lots of supplies in the basement. And now, so okay, silver key. I was pretty pleased with the effect of the button kind of disappearing in there. A little bit weird, but... And this was a bit of a scenery I just made at random one day, playing around with the idea. Really pleased with the effect. It catches a lot of players' attention, and then shit happens. So, okay, big ambush on the go here. So a lot of trouble here. Tougher monsters appearing everywhere. Could take quite a bit of damage. I'm going to try and... Right, okay, they're fighting each other. That's good. So I can go up here maybe. He's off the edge. Right, cool. So these are the shamblers. Pretty fierce monsters, do a lot of lightning damage, a lot of close-up damage. I really like this guy up on the ledge there. That was more for an aesthetic thing, although he's in a good position to snipe the players. Now these dudes down here, it's all a bit chaotic. I've taken quite a bit of damage, and I know what's going to happen as well, but there's options. You can go back down here with a little bit of a pause. You could try and find that secret if you hadn't, collect more supplies. You could even, when you see these monsters spawning here, you could try and escape, but whoa. Trouble if you did. So I tried to make it so sometimes Quake has arenas like this. They'll trap the player inside, and it can be very awkward. Like there's no escape, there's no room to maneuver. This I made sure the player could still run up here, but there were monsters up here, so you had to be careful doing that. Or the player can escape if they want to, but if they back out carelessly, they'll be right into the arms of this shambler, so be trouble. I also did it, and this is something that I triggered by accident. If you fall down into this secret area, which you might think is a really good escape because you're miles away then, I actually put a couple of spawns either side on the ledge, so if you stick around up here too much or fall down, there's spawns attacking you, and these, say, can be pretty dangerous at close range. Just clear these out. I'll leave them be. It sounded like the exit open, so yeah. Steps came out, well highlighted, exit open. Lots of things I know to be improved on this map, but I'm really happy. It was my kind of original vision from 20 years ago, and I think I'm happy with the style. I'm happy in particular I had a lot of little gameplay ideas, so everything was kind of deliberate. Some of it works for players, some of it they kind of like bypass, or it doesn't sort of, they don't seem to enjoy exactly how it works, but overall I'm pretty pleased with the result. So there we go, my first Quake map. There might become more, there might not, who knows.